Hi everyone, my name's Dylan, and today I'd like to share with you some tips on how to create a sales campaign for the holiday season. And I'll be showcasing some of the incredible graphics and templates that we have in the app to help you with this. Now, in the next couple of months, we've got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the festive season, New Year's, all rolled up into one gigantic selling opportunity for small businesses like yours. So let's take a look at how we can make the most of this time to really end the year with a bang. By the way, if you're using the iOS version of the app like I am today, you'll also find a lot of the same information in our latest Discover story, which is right at the top of the feed, the holiday sales guide. You can simply tap on that and read up on some of the tips and ideas we have for you. And of course, like all Discover stories, you can use any of these suggested templates as the starting point for your own design by simply tapping on them. You can also view our full collection of holiday sales templates if you navigate to the template feed. You'll see at the top left-hand corner, we now have a holiday sales tab. And if you tap on that, you can view this full collection of designs that we've made specifically for campaigns over the holiday season in mind. Now, within this feed, you could of course also navigate to the top, and there are separate tabs for specific occasions like Black Friday. It's a really popular selling occasion, so we definitely have a ton of content in that regard. And here you can also find options for Christmas, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, even Giving Tuesday. So we definitely have you well covered for the sales season. Another really easy way to create a branded campaign would be with layout collections. For example, we have this Black Friday Basics collection, and here you'll see there's a beautiful and unified set of templates designed for use across multiple platforms. So we have a ton of content to help you get involved with sales season. What I'd like to do right now is show you how to use these in a logical way, and we'll do that by breaking it down into 5 phases. Okay, so phase 1 involves engaging your audience and finding new leads. Before you decide on the type of promotion you'd like to offer, why don't you think about asking your audience about the types of deals, specials, or promotions they are most hoping to see around sales season. You can do this by asking them directly, perhaps getting them to comment in the thread, or maybe you offer some options for them to choose from. There are also some interesting ideas you can try, things like gift guides or wish lists. These really work because they start to get customers thinking about the idea of purchasing from you, and they also start to showcase all the products that you have to offer. Things like polls on Instagram stories or this or that posts are also a really fun way to engage your audience. And at the same time, you start to get a sense of what they really want. Now is also the perfect time to start generating new leads because the prospect of an exclusive deal or maybe early access to a sale is as good a reason as any for somebody to join your mailing list. And you definitely don't want to underestimate the value of a contact list, a mailing list of some sort, because if you're going to go to all this effort of creating this fantastic promotion, you definitely want to make sure you have as many people as possible to announce it to when the day finally comes. Phase 2 is all about hyping it up. Now, once you've decided on the type of promotion you're going to run, it's time to start gradually building some anticipation. And you would do this by strategically staggering your posts, paying particular attention to emphasize the time and date that people need to diarize, as well as the limited time offer. So the closer it gets to the sale, let people know that, hey, there's only a couple days left. It's time to act now. This is what you're going to see. So really start to get people excited about it. A logical place to start this off would be on your social media platforms, but something like an emailer, as I mentioned earlier, to your database, your mailing list is a fantastic idea. And while you're at it, why don't you change the main header on your website? Make this promotion completely unmissable. Let it infuse your brand's presence, your brand's identity for the entire campaign period. As I mentioned earlier, many of these designs are created as sets specifically for campaigns. And again, that's the difference between a once-off promotion and a campaign. A campaign can start to take on a look and feel of its own. And that's really going to put you in good stead with customers because it just looks super professional and it adds a sense of trustworthiness, which is super important when you are trying to sell something. So figure out the style that defines you best, and then try and weave that through all of your posts and collateral that you make for this promotional campaign. You don't need to focus exclusively on the special deals at this time because of this wave of awareness that you'll be creating through your efforts in this campaign. It's a really good time just to showcase some of your general products and services to the public, let people know what you offer, what your prices are. Perhaps you have some top-selling items, or you've restocked one of your best sellers. It's really a good time to put all of that information in front of people and just give them a better sense of who you are and what you have to offer. And the final tip I have for you here is, in fact, this goes throughout all 5 phases of the campaign. Do not forget about video. We have some incredible video templates and videos that you can download for free to use in your designs. We all know how eye-catching video is, how powerful it is out there on social platforms. So definitely consider using moving imagery in at least some component of your campaign. All right, now phase 3 takes us to the real crux of your campaign. It's time to sell, sell, sell. And the closer you get to the actual big day, it's worth just turning up the dial on the urgency, on the anticipation, really drawing attention to the limited time offer, because people are going to hum and haw a lot, and there's a lot of promotions going on. So you really want to activate them by saying, listen, this is happening right now. This is your time. Let's do it. So now's not the time to be shy. Put on your salesman hat and cut to the chase. You really want to convert people from a maybe to a definitely, and a little bit of urgency can definitely help in that regard. Once your sale has gone live and it's now time to get as many eyeballs as possible on your product, your page, your promotion, your platform, design is really going to become your best friend, because that's what's going to get you noticed. It's going to elevate you above a very crowded marketplace and imbue a sense of professionalism and trustworthiness on your product, on your brand. So this is where design matters, and thankfully you're covered with GoDaddy Studio. All of these designs I'm showing you right now are templates available in the app, so you can start using them right now. It's really important just to let people know that this is a big deal. It's a special, it's a Black Friday promotion, it's a Cyber Monday promotion, it's a Christmas promotion, because people are actively looking out for it. They're looking for those words, they're looking for those big numbers with the percentage sign after them. So just make it very clear what's at stake. This is happening, this is the deal you're gonna get. And then of course, make sure your call to action is very clear. Let people know what they need to do in order to take advantage of this. Oh, and on that note of call to action, I just want to draw your attention to some incredibly cool new graphics that we have in the app in the form of price flash stickers. Now we have a whole range, and these are just the simplest way to call attention to your discount, your promotion, your call to action. You can either just use the blank stickers and add your text in, or some of them have text baked into them, and they cover a whole range of different styles, everything from these really cool 80s, 90s retro ones. We've got boho, minimalist. My personal favorite are these playful Black Friday price flashes, because I just think they're so much fun. They add a really cool energy to your design, and they just make it unmistakable that this is a special deal, this is a promotion. They kind of force you to pay attention. Plus, there's one other way you could consider using these. I've mentioned obviously using them as digital stickers on your posts, but you could also save them out as PDFs. And from that point, you could very easily create stickers from these. And maybe you want to stick them all over your packaging when you deliver your product, or perhaps put a few in the box as a special gift, just adding that little bit of delight to your customer when they receive your product. Right, now that brings me quite neatly to phase 4 of the campaign, which is all about sealing the deal. As I just mentioned, things like adding stickers or a little thank you note to your delivery really goes a long way in customer satisfaction, and that'll have a big impact on return business. If you're doing things like creating gift vouchers, be they physical or digital, consider designing them using the exact same aesthetic you've used throughout the campaign. It just weaves that thread and makes you look professional beginning to end. Customer satisfaction really can't be underestimated. Now, remember, the promotion is still in play until your customer is holding their product in hand with a smile on their face. So if things do go wrong, problems arise, maybe there's a shipping delay or you're out of stock on a certain item, make sure you communicate that to people specifically and generally. Consider making posts that let people know what's happening. You're still involved. Don't go cold straight after the sale. Nobody likes that. So follow through is really important, and it should be considered as part of your campaign. All right, now even after that last package has been shipped off, there's still a little bit of work to be done in phase 5, which involves re-engaging your customers. That moment when people have just taken your product in hand or just experienced your service, that's the best window to gather some positive feedback. And another word for positive feedback is word of mouth marketing, which is pretty much the best type of marketing you get. So consider either just asking nicely or perhaps even adding some additional incentives, some further discounts if people are willing to maybe share an unboxing video or share themselves using or wearing your product online. This can be really, really valuable. And of course, don't forget about reviews and testimonials. You could take something that a customer has written, turn it into a fantastic post, and let everybody know what great service you offer. Some studies estimate that up to 90% of consumers will first read a review or a testimonial before making a purchase. So this is definitely a final step in the process that you can't afford to miss. All right, so why don't you try that out for yourself right now by downloading the free app on iOS, Android, or web. All the links you need are in the description below. Here's wishing you a very successful holiday sales campaign.